Nelson's column are seen familiar to tourists the world over, with a big difference. A steady stream of homeless people queuing for help. Where did he sleep last night, for example? COVID-19 is a huge challenge for Britain's homeless. Food and water is given to 150 to 200 people a day in Trafalgar Square by the charity's Central London Catholic churches.
We're seeing more and more people who've lost their jobs in all sorts of places, a lot from the hospitality sector, but I think that this is a crisis which isn't going to go away.
The economic impact of lockdown is becoming clear. Thousands of job losses were announced this week. Furlough ends in October, so things are likely to get worse. At the beginning of the lockdown in March, there was a huge effort to bring in the homeless off the streets, given the impending public health crisis. The policy was called All In, and included some rough sleepers who wouldn't normally have had their accommodation paid for out of public funds. 15,000 people in England were put into hotels. Councils paid the bills with new government money. There are no hard figures, but Newsnight understands that the government estimates that 4,000 to 6,000 of them were categorised as people who have no recourse to public funds, meaning they're not normally eligible for housing support. COVID-19 meant these rules were effectively suspended. Most with no access to public funds are from outside the European Economic Area. The government says some have no right to be in the UK, and charities should encourage them to leave. Those who can't get public funding depend on charities like the Jesuit Refugee Service to eat. They're packing emergency food parcels for 40 people placed in hotels since the start of the lockdown.
I think the all-in policy was a hugely positive step. We had a moment where everybody came together and it seemed as if everybody mattered.
None of the people the charity helps have recourse to public funds. One is this failed asylum seeker who is sleeping rough. He's been in emergency hotel accommodation. As this ends, he might be back on the streets.
I want to see the no recourse to public funds restrictions lifted at this stage. It is the only way in which we can make sure that individuals are safe and that wider public health is protected.
That would enable councils to pay for new emergency housing. Many faith groups are putting their shoulders to the wheel to help the homeless in the pandemic. We asked the leader of the Catholic Church in the UK for his analysis, and specifically, should the Home Office change the funding rules, even if it means that some people who are here illegally are helped?
This is an exceptional time. This is a time in which the pandemic might be fading, but its impact is not. In fact, its impact is unfolding. I think, as the Prime Minister said, the roll of thunder is beginning. And in these circumstances, when you know there's a downpour, you can't just simply push people out.
Of course, some people will say some of these people have broken the law. Their immigration status is uncertain or irregular. What would you say to those people?
Well, of course, some people are here without proper paperwork. Of course they are. We know that. That's been a fact of life in this country for many, many years. But at this point, we should be prepared to put all those things to one side and deal with the person in front of us. This is a human being whose life is full of trauma. They are here. We need to respond to that humanity in front of us, recognising the dignity, the innate dignity of each person, and not simply consign them into an abyss.
And some nuts?
Charities say that in the midst of a public health crisis, funding restrictions that would lead people to sleep rough should be suspended. But for how long? 6 months? 12 months? Indefinitely? This is the key argument now.